What if I told you there is a tiny black seed, something you can buy for a few dollars, that has been shown in clinical research to help people pass kidney stones, lower creatinine levels, and support kidney function naturally? And what if I told you this seed has been used for healing for over 2,000 years, and modern science is finally catching up to what ancient healers knew all along? I am talking about black seed, also known as Nigella sativa or the blessed seed. And today, I am going to show you exactly how to use it to support your kidneys, what happens inside your body within the first 48 hours, and the one mistake that stops most people from getting any benefit at all. But first, let me ask you something. Have you been feeling more tired than usual lately, even when you get enough sleep? Do your ankles or feet swell up by the end of the day? Are you waking up 2, 3, maybe 4 times a night just to use the bathroom? Or maybe you have noticed your urine looks different, foamy perhaps, or darker than it used to be. Here is the thing most people do not realize. Your kidneys do not send you a pain signal when they are struggling. They suffer in silence. By the time you feel something is wrong, by the time a blood test shows elevated creatinine or reduced kidney function, the damage has often been building for years. That is why over 37 million Americans have some form of kidney disease right now, and 90% of them have absolutely no idea. I share this not to scare you, but because I genuinely believe everyone deserves to know about simple, natural options that might help, and black seed is one of the most impressive ones I have ever come across. So let me tell you why this little seed has scientists so excited. Inside every black seed is a compound called thymoquinone. Think of thymoquinone as your kidney's personal bodyguard. See, your kidneys are like your body's internal cleaning crew. They have been working double shifts for decades, filtering out waste from everything you eat, drink, and breathe. But over time, this constant work creates something called oxidative stress. Imagine rust slowly forming inside a pipe. That is essentially what is happening to the tiny filters inside your kidneys. Thymoquinone steps in and does 3 critical things. First, it acts like a rust remover, neutralizing the harmful molecules that damage kidney cells. Second, it calms down inflammation, which is your body's overreaction that often causes more harm than good. And third, it helps prevent scarring inside your kidneys, which is what permanently reduces their filtering power. Now you might be wondering, does this actually work in real people or just in lab experiments? Great question. Let me share some research that honestly surprised me when I first found it. In a clinical study from India, patients with stage 3 and 4 kidney disease took black seed oil daily for 12 weeks. Their creatinine levels dropped, their blood urea levels improved, and their GFR, which measures how well your kidneys actually filter blood, showed real improvement. These were people with serious kidney problems seeing measurable changes. Another study looked specifically at kidney stones. 60 patients were split into 2 groups. One group took black seed capsules twice daily, the other took a placebo. After 10 weeks, here is what happened. In the black seed group, 44% completely passed their kidney stones. Another 51% saw their stones shrink in size. In the placebo group, only 15% passed their stones. That is a massive difference from something as simple as a seed. All right, I know what some of you are thinking. The title says 48 hours, but these studies took weeks. Am I exaggerating? Let me be completely honest with you, because I believe trust is more important than clickbait. Here is what actually happens in the first 48 hours when you start using black seed correctly. Within the first few hours, the thymoquinone begins absorbing into your bloodstream. It starts circulating through your body, including through your kidneys. At this stage, the antioxidant compounds are beginning to encounter those harmful free radicals I mentioned. Think of it like sending in a cleanup crew to a messy house. They have arrived, they are getting organized, but you are not going to see a spotless home in the first hour. By 24 hours, something measurable is happening. Research shows that thymoquinone begins reducing markers of oxidative stress within the first day. Your body's inflammatory response starts to quiet down. Some people notice they feel slightly more energetic or that their digestion seems a bit smoother. These are subtle signs that something positive is shifting. By 48 hours, the initial inflammatory calming effect is underway. If you have been experiencing water retention or mild swelling, you might notice your ankles feel a bit less puffy. Your body is beginning to respond. The detoxification support has started. You have essentially given your kidneys their first real backup in possibly years. Now, am I saying your kidney disease will be cured in 48 hours? Absolutely not. That would be dishonest and irresponsible. What I am saying is that the process of supporting your kidneys begins within 48 hours. The foundation is being laid. You are giving your body the tools it needs to start its own healing process. The more significant improvements, the ones that show up on blood tests and make your doctor raise an eyebrow in a good way, those typically develop over 4 to 12 weeks of consistent use. But it all starts with those first 48 hours. Every journey begins with a first step, and this is yours. Let me now share exactly how to use black seed for maximum kidney support. I am going to give you 4 different methods so you can choose what fits your lifestyle best. Method 1 is my personal favorite. It is called the overnight soak. Before bed, take 1 tablespoon of whole black seeds and drop them into a glass of water. Just regular clean water. Let it sit on your nightstand or kitchen counter overnight, at least 8 hours. In the morning, the water will look slightly darker and might feel a tiny bit thicker. That is the good stuff. The beneficial compounds have released into the water. Drink the whole thing, seeds and all, first thing in the morning before you eat anything. Your empty stomach will absorb the nutrients much more efficiently. Method 2 is the oil method. This is the most concentrated form. Take half a teaspoon of cold-pressed black seed oil each morning. Now, fair warning, it has a strong taste. Some people describe it as peppery, others say it is bitter, and a few say it tastes like gasoline. I will be honest, it is not delicious. But here is a trick that makes it much easier. Mix the oil with a spoonful of raw honey. The honey masks the taste and might even provide some additional kidney support based on preliminary research. Take this combination on an empty stomach in the morning. Method 3 is black seed tea. Boil a liter of water, add 1 tablespoon of black seeds, and let it simmer on low for about 5 minutes. Turn off the heat, let it cool down until it is comfortable to drink, then strain out the seeds. You can drink 1 cup in the morning and another in the early afternoon. Add a squeeze of lemon or a bit of honey if you want. This method is gentler on the stomach, and many people find it quite pleasant. Method 4 is the simplest. Just chew the seeds. Take half a teaspoon of black seeds, put them in your mouth, and chew thoroughly before swallowing with water. You get all the fiber this way too, which is a nice bonus for digestive health. Which method is best? Honestly, the best method is the one you will actually do consistently. If you hate the taste of the oil and skip it half the time, you are better off with the tea you enjoy every day. Now here is something really important that most videos about black seed never mention. How do you know if you are buying the real thing or getting ripped off with a low-quality product? This is insider knowledge that can save you money and frustration. First, always look for cold-pressed black seed oil. If the label does not say cold-pressed, walk away. Heat extraction destroys many of the beneficial compounds, including a significant portion of the thymoquinone. You might as well be taking cooking oil. Second, check the thymoquinone percentage. High-quality black seed oil contains between 1 and 3% thymoquinone. Some premium brands go up to 5%. If the label does not list the thymoquinone content at all, that is a red flag. Reputable companies test their products and proudly display this number. Third, the color matters. Real cold-pressed black seed oil has a dark amber to deep brownish-green color. If it looks pale yellow or very light, it has probably been diluted or overprocessed. Fourth, smell and taste test. Authentic black seed oil has a strong, distinctive aroma. It should smell herbaceous and slightly spicy. If it smells like nothing or smells rancid, do not use it. The taste should be noticeably peppery and somewhat bitter. If it tastes bland, something is wrong. Fifth, check the source. The best black seed typically comes from Egypt, Turkey, or India. Look for this information on the label. Organic certification is a plus, but not absolutely necessary if the other quality markers are present. I know this seems like a lot to remember, but spending an extra minute reading the label can mean the difference between a product that actually helps your kidneys and one that does nothing at all. Let me also talk about what not to do, because these mistakes are incredibly common. Mistake number 1 is taking too much. I know it is tempting to think that if a little is good, a lot must be better. But with black seed, more is not better. Stick to half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of oil daily, or about 1 to 2 grams of seeds. Going above 2 grams of oil daily can actually stress your kidneys instead of supporting them. Research has specifically flagged this. Moderation is not just advice, it is essential. Mistake number 2 is expecting overnight miracles. Your kidneys have been working hard for decades. Supporting them is a process, not an event. Give it at least 8 to 12 weeks of consistent daily use before evaluating whether it is helping. The people who give up after 1 week miss out on the real benefits. Mistake number 3 is using black seed as a replacement for medical care. If you have been diagnosed with kidney disease, if your doctor is monitoring your creatinine levels, please continue working with them. Black seed can be a wonderful addition to your health routine, but it is not a substitute for professional medical care. Think of it as a teammate, not a replacement. Now let me address who should be extra careful with black seed. If you take diabetes medication, be aware that black seed may lower blood sugar. This is usually a good thing, but combined with medication, your levels could drop too low. Monitor your blood sugar more frequently and let your doctor know what you are trying. If you take blood pressure medication, similar situation. Black seed may have mild blood pressure lowering effects. This is generally positive, but you want to avoid it dropping too low. If you take blood thinners like warfarin, black seed has mild blood thinning properties. Talk to your doctor before starting. If you are pregnant or nursing, stick to small amounts used in cooking rather than supplement doses until more research is available. And if you have advanced kidney disease or are on dialysis, please work directly with your nephrologist before adding any new supplement. I want to share one more thing before we wrap up, and this is perhaps the most important part of everything I have said today. The single factor that determines whether black seed will help your kidneys is consistency. I cannot emphasize this enough. Taking black seed once in a while when you remember is like going to the gym once a month and wondering why you are not getting fit. It does not work that way. The clinical studies that showed real improvements had participants taking black seed every single day for weeks and months. Not randomly, not occasionally, every day. So here is my challenge for you. Commit to 40 days. That is less than 6 weeks. Choose one of the 4 methods I described, whichever one feels easiest for you to stick with, and do it every single morning without fail. Set an alarm on your phone. Put the black seeds right next to your coffee maker. Make it impossible to forget. After 40 days, check in with yourself. How is your energy? How is your sleep? Any changes in swelling? Does your mind feel clearer? I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Your kidneys have been quietly working for you every second of your entire life. They have filtered thousands and thousands of gallons of blood without ever asking for recognition or taking a day off. They have kept you balanced, kept you alive, and asked for nothing in return. Maybe now is the time to finally give them something back. A simple seed, a daily ritual, a genuine act of caring for the organs that care so much for you. If you found this information valuable, do me a small favor. hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second, costs nothing, and helps more people discover this information. When you like the video, you are essentially telling YouTube to share this with others who might be searching for kidney support options. You could genuinely help someone who needs this. All right, now I want to hear from you. Which method are you going to try first? The overnight seed water, the oil with honey, the soothing tea, or just chewing the seeds straight? Drop your choice in the comments below. I read every single comment, and your answer might inspire someone else who is on the fence about trying this. These are your 5 natural allies for better kidney health starting tonight. Share your choice below and give those hardworking kidneys the support they deserve. Now, because you stayed until the very end, I know you are serious about your health. And that is exactly why I highly recommend the video appearing on your screen right now. My team and I spent hours researching and creating it specifically for people like you. Click it now, and I will see you there.